Okay, now that we know a little bit about how regression analysis is conducted, let's talk about how it might be used by a business firm. Okay, so one way is by estimating demand functions. Okay, so there's a couple different ways that a business firm can get information on their demand function, and in particular, maybe own and cross price elasticities, is from published studies. So maybe you can find a study that's published by a government agency or in an academic journal that just fits your situation perfectly. Okay, so here's a study from the USDA that contains estimates of own price elasticities for various types of food items. Now, if you're not so lucky to find a study, a reliable study that's up to date, that contains information on your own demand curve, the demand curve for the product that you produce, then you might need to resort to your own analysis. Okay, and the type of models that we've looked at already and that we'll look at the rest of the semester are known as econometric models, where econometrics is the statistical analysis of economic data. Okay, so big business firms can estimate econometric models in two ways. One, using their own in-house analyst. Okay, you might have a lot of big business firms employ economists, and these are typically the folks who join the National Association for Business Economics. Okay, or business firms also hire external consultants. Okay, and maybe you don't see yourself as one of these analysts, either in-house or external. But one of the reasons that we talk about the econometric analysis in this book and these two chapters and later chapters is because it's helpful for managers to understand the analysis so that if someone else does it, then they can apply it to make better business decisions. Okay, so what do these consultants or in-house analysts do? Okay, to estimate a demand curve, you need to gather data and then do some sort of regression analysis. And it's not as easy to gather demand data as the textbook implies. Okay, what the analyst needs is some sort of variation that isolates the effect of price on quantity demanded. Okay, so this last point. Note that it is difficult to estimate demand and supply functions from observational data. Okay, this is so say scanner data. You go to the grocery store or a retail outlet, and the purchases you make are scanned across are scanned in, and it shows up on the cash register. Okay, that scanning data is collected by business firms so they can see what you purchase. Okay, but it's very difficult to use data like that because at any time, both demand and supply are moving around. Okay, so here's a to see how the demand curve can be isolated. Here's an example from the Journal of Economic Perspectives, published in spring of 2006. And it's a study of the Fulton Fish Market, which is a big wholesale fish market in New York City. And Catherine Grady was able to isolate variations isolate the price effect caused by the amount of fish that were caught due to weather variations. And so by doing that, she was able to trace points along a demand curve. Okay, so that's known as the endogeneity problem or simultaneous equations problem in econometrics. Okay, other ways that business firms have figured out how to isolate the demand curve is with what's known as field experiments. Okay, you can also do this in a laboratory setting. And then what the marketers call conjoint analysis, where you collect survey data. Okay, there's the Inside Business box 3-4 describes a big field experiment conducted with video games, where the experimenters, so the video game is provided for free, and then players can buy items along the way. So in this case, with Candy Crush, they're buying gold bars. In the video game business firm decided to vary the price to see how players responded. Okay, and what they found was the second to last sentence: infrequent purchasers are more price elastic than frequent purchasers. And so later on in the semester, we'll see that if you can isolate infrequent purchasers from frequent purchasers, then you can engage in what's known as price discrimination and raise your revenues. Okay, and I've posted this article written by Levitt, List, Neckerman, and Nelson, Quantity Discounts on a Virtual Good. I posted this article on As You Learn in case anyone is interested in taking a look. Another way that this data is collected is with surveys. Okay, and the survey data can be analyzed in various ways, and here's SPSS, the statistical package for the social sciences. They have a conjoint module. SPSS is now owned by IBM. You can see how they are marketing their product. So the conjoint module provides conjoint analysis to help you better understand consumer preferences, trade-offs, and price sensitivity. It enables you to uncover more information about how customers compare products in the marketplace and measure how individual product attributes affect consumer behavior. The information helps you design, price, and market products and services tailored to your customer needs. So the emphasis in this class is using information like this, information from econometric models, to help you price your product. Okay, over here on the left, we have a screenshot of a choice task that's described in this Mebner et al. Journal of Marketing Research article. And I've posted this on As You Learn as well. Okay, there's a number of survey business firms that maintain consumer panels. And these panels are used for marketing research and academic research. Survey companies like Qualtrics and SurveyMonkey have their own panels. Dynata has a panel that can be used with these online survey platforms. And so here's an example of a choice task that's presented to a consumer panel. And the consumer panel is told, if you were in the market to buy a new single cup coffee brewer, and these were your only options, which would you choose? And so there's various attributes. There's brand, the material, the type of coffee making system, the design, the price per cup of the coffee, and then the price of the coffee maker. And these pictures describe the different levels of the attributes. So the system could be a pad capsule or capsule system. The material could be plastic or brushed aluminum. We're looking at 3 different brands. The price per cup of coffee, 32 cents, 12 cents, 22 cents. And then the price of the coffee maker varies from $130 to $190. And so the survey respondent is asked, if they would purchase coffee maker A, B, or C, or if they wouldn't purchase any of these. Okay, so the analysis of these data can be used to, the resulting data can be used to estimate demand functions.